Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of the American Motors Guide. What I have for you today is plastic and interior plastic components. So what we're doing today is we're going to be working on getting them cleaned and sanded and painted. And then we'll show you what happens. Alright? So watch. Alright, so our door panel is considered what they call honey because that was the only color available supposedly in 88. So we're trying to figure out which one do y'all think looks closer. Now our carpet color comes closer to that is what the color of the carpet is represented through ACC, right? Mm-hmm. So it's more of a nutmeg, so it's going to be more of this. But we're just trying to figure out what y'all think, what matches better with the honey. We know it's not going to match perfectly. We just want to try to get it close. Give us your input. Okay, so here's all of our colors. Our carpet. And then we picked out a trim paint. And then a different trim paint. And then this will be our door panel colors. And here's our carpet color here. So you can kind of see that there is a slight change in the color, but it's very minimal. So our brown doesn't have to be perfect. We just want what we think looks best, what you think looks best. All right. We had, in the video, we were asking everyone to kind of pick a trim color between two of the cheap paints. And I used this as a paint code piece. So there it goes there. So we were looking for paint colors. Let me get that off. That chrome that on that video, again, that's that Rust-Oleum. This stuff's pretty good. Larry's better at it than I am, but it takes, it's how you lay it and all that, but our chrome pieces turned out real nice in our dash. I was proud of that, and then I even had a spare. So, I mean, it's got some shine to it. That turned out pretty nice. So, that works pretty good. Now, I was digging through and found this. Now, they call this a camel color. So, it's a 15-17-3. You can see that. And we did a paint test on a stick, obviously, but it's close. It's close. So that will be our color around the window. And then I actually went and got the paint mix for our plastic parts. So I just went and splurged because my wife will be driving this. Yeah, so it better match or come close. This is just testing. All right. And this can is the supposed to be colored match, color check. This can you can buy in a regular store. I got this at Napa, I believe, and it was like $10 or $11 a can. So I'm gonna use this one here. I'm gonna use this one right in here. So we have original color here, and we'll see what we look like. There's some of the original right there.
Well, you just covered up your original.
Yeah, no, that's right here, right there on the edge.
But
It's also right there. Yeah.
So here you.
That one looks a little darker.
Here you can do it right here. Well, that's really close, though, isn't it?
That is close. That is real close.
You know, I mean, that is.
Now this is the color match. And there's a slight. I think this one's a shade darker. I ain't get that. Ain't, you can see that's too dark. Kind of hard. I don't know. That's pretty cotton picking close. That's pretty cotton picking close right there.
Let's see if we can. Well, I tell you what, that's I mean, it's going to be different outside and inside.
Shine your light back over here where you had it.
Let me put
Yeah.
this one here. I'm going to put just a bit heavier coat on. This can of paint costs 2 to 3 times what that can cost.
And I think if they blend together, it ain't gonna matter. I got 3 cans of paint. Cause I think they're blend. I think they're pretty cotton picking close to each other.
If you got 2 of these,
I got 2 of those.
I would use these to do the inside, the metal and stuff, and then I would get a bunch of these to do these here.
Okay.
The plastic's gonna take quite a bit because it's a lot of plastic. You know, rather than mix it, you know, one piece of trim with this and one with that. Do everything on the inside. We'll do the tailgate, take that off, all around that, all the metal on the inside, and do it with your expensive paint here. And then probably.
Well, that's actually that paint is mixed for vinyl. That's what that paint is mixed for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ain't mixed for metal. It's mixed for vinyl, plastic.
Yeah. But I think it'll still work on it. Okay. It's mixed for plastic, so it'll stick to plastic, but it'll stick to metal as well.
Okay.
Because if you start doing that, then you got to buy this for all of the pieces over there. That's a lot. You can paint this whole thing here, all of these cans. This seems to be heavier than the average one. I'll say
They put it in there. You don't.
Because I've gotten them. There's not much in them at all.
You get your money's worth.
Well, that one you can decide as to what you want to do.
That's close. That's close.
I don't see much difference between that.
This is a shade lighter. I can see it here.
Take it outside.
And when you look, you see you get a little bit darker, just a little bit darker pigment in here than here. Just a little bit darker, but it.
Take it outside.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see it. It's just a touch better. All right, I did the color match paint at the paint shop, and this one was sanded and cleaned and everything, and this paint really turned out splotchy. So I thought it might be the can, didn't know for sure, so I shook the other can, bought another one, painted, and it did the same thing. So this is one coat of the SEW paint. Lightly sanded and cleaned. It had one coat of the other. And this one looks 1,000 times better. So much for that. All right, everybody. I went out and let me explain what happened. We had some like Krylon paint and things like that we were going to paint our interior pieces with. And I went and splurged and had these mixed. You can have these done at your local paint store who does automotive paints. They should be able to put you in a rattle can. And in most places, it says it matched. But when I got done spraying everything, let me show you the, excuse the mutt. Hey, Oscar. Hello, Oscar. Say hi. All right. Oscar says hello. These, let me get this set up. When I got done spraying them, they were extremely like white and everything was just splotchy, and it was white and places, and it just really looked awful. And I was like, man, I cannot believe I spent that kind of money and everything turned out splotchy. Now here's a piece. Here's an original piece that we painted. You see the splotchiness in it? It's just splotchy. I don't know how else to really... It just like it didn't cover very well. So, I had purchased some paint from the local this from the local Napa store. And the color of it is camel, and the cap matches pretty close. It is a shade lighter when you're looking at the cap. So it is a shade lighter, but it still looks better than splotchy. So all of these pieces right here have been repainted, redone with a coat of the SEW paint. And it looks 1,000 times better, guys. It really does. It looks 1,000. Hello, everyone. Come join me, the American Motors Guy, in Greenville, South Carolina, June 11th through the 14th. It's the AMO Nationals. Hey, it's going to be right next door to Michelin headquarters, North America, so that you can see what's happening. They are looking for the best pacer, and the best pacer will receive a set of vintage tires from Michelin in North America. Bring your pacer. Hey everybody, come join me, the American Motors Guy, at the Great AMC Days in Cleves, Ohio, at Edgewater Sports Park. June 5th, you can RSVP for the barbecue, but I will be there June 6th. The track opens up. You can register for your class. You got a car show and swap meet. So if you're an AMC nut, see you in Cleves. Okay, everybody, that's how I kind of repair my plastics and how I put paint on and things like that. I just try to make sure everything's very clean. I try to lightly sand it. And then if I'm making any repairs before I paint or anything, I try to make my repairs beforehand. That way, if I have any sanding, it's done when I go to sand. And everything seemed to match up and looks pretty good, and we're just letting everything dry and harden, and there we go. So just another project done on the Eagle. Remember, everyone, to like, subscribe, and to share these videos. I'm trying to build up my membership and my viewership, folks, so anytime I can do anything for you to make these videos better, because remember, it's about you and AMC, not me and AMC. All right, guys, see you soon.